Would-be farmer here, Crescent City, Florida. Actually, about 2 to 3 miles south of Crescent City, Florida, in the middle of nowhere, and we love it. It's relatively clean, nice air, space. Occasionally, we get the rifle or shotgun blast. Occasionally, we get some noise. Of course, overhead planes are going to cause noise. We are not so isolated that we can't hear occasional loud pipes from teenage angst on a Honda or midlife crisis Harley drivers. We get the noise from those as well. But in general, we love it out here. A lot cleaner, a lot less pollution. We got some space. Oh, wildlife. Wildlife's pretty nice. Turkeys coming in. And that begs the question, why do we call them wild turkeys? Should we call them turkeys and call the ones in captivity or in the frozen section of our laundromat something else? We shouldn't call these guys wild turkeys. That's where they're supposed to be, right? That's where they came from. They're turkey. Anyway, deer, turkey, feral pigs, which can be a problem. The cranes. We have a wonderful 3 or 4 acre wetland behind us, swamp pond wetland. All kinds of activity out there. Sometimes it's a cacophony of a chorus of frogs and other bugs and critters. It might be rivalry frogs versus the toadies or something yelling at each other. I don't know, but it's amazing. It is wonderful out here. So why did we leave DeLand? DeLand's beautiful. College town, Stetson, a neat downtown. There's neat stuff going on in DeLand. It's a nice place. They got theater downtown. Well, the same amount of land that we're lucky enough to steward here, there in DeLand, there were 6 families there. And I'm not saying these people are bad people. It's just there's 6 families and there's going to be issues. For example, when I went out in the morning to check on my compost, to check my little, what did we have, 10,000, 11,000 square foot lot, to check my marigolds or kale or mustard, check the pollinators in the compost, to check the passion fruit, to see what's going on out there. I'd walk towards the back and the smell of fresh Winstons baking in the morning, Margaret behind me. If the wind was going just right, I got to enjoy her Winstons. That was really special. Since I'm allergic to cigarette smoke. The gentleman to our right, as we're going back towards the compost pile, he had about $200,000 worth of vehicles surrounding his $25,000 house. Again, it doesn't make you a bad person, but it makes you unique, especially when once a week you have to run that specialized diesel truck you have to pull that big boat. You got to run that for 45 minutes once a week. You got to turn it on, start it, and run it. And then, of course, you got to blow the fumes into my yard. And then there was Pitbull Earl behind us, who was tougher than his dogs, because whenever his dog would act up, he would, in the strictest sense of the Florida statute, beat his dog. He would beat his dog. We even looked it up, and what he was doing was legal. You can beat your dog. It's one of those ridiculous statutes similar to what they had years ago, I think, in one of the states. It was you could beat your wife if the stick wasn't bigger than your finger, your index fingers. So I guess if you were a big guy, you could use a bigger stick. If you were a small guy, a small frame like I have, you can't beat your wife with that big of a stick. And I guess that was the idea there with the dog. So that bothered us. In fact, one day he even looked over and saw us looking at him, and he goes, "Call somebody. Call somebody." Call somebody? I'll call you an SOB is what I'll call. So that was the other neighbor. And then, and here's the neighbors we liked. He didn't want me growing any weeds. He didn't want me growing anything that we ate, anything that naturally grew. They were weeds. They were weeds. They were weeds, and the seeds are going into my yard. They're nutritious, and the Biden's alba is the number 2 pollinator for bees in the state of Florida. Number 2 behind the cabbage palm, if I recall. So they were very important. and he wanted us to cut him down. I felt sorry for the guy. Nice guy. He was 80 something, and he was 90% deaf. And we got along, but it's like, and this had nothing to do with code. This had nothing to do with city government. These were just the neighbors. The neighbors. Oh, the neighbors. The neighbors. The neighbors. Oh. Oh. And the one neighbor who did his diesel trucks, he also liked, you get a kick out of this, he liked to blow dry his driveway. To blow dry it. He'd get a blower out there and blow dry his driveway, get the leaves off. And you know what's the funny part about that? It's a dirt driveway. It's a dirt driveway. He'd get his leaf blower out and blow dry his driveway. Dirt driveway. So that's why we wanted to move out to the country, just to get a little bit of space. Now we can look out our little cozy country cottage, look out all the windows, and I can't see any other buildings. Yes, there are people around here, but we can't see them. And you can hear them sometimes. Sometimes the folks next door have some people over on the weekends and have fun and get a little out. Don't say anything. Once in a while, it's great. No, that's cool. We'll go into bed, go to sleep. That's no big deal. But it's nothing crazy like we had in DeLand, and that's why we left. And if I can call crazy, it is crazy.